Let me ask you something. Have you ever learned a new English word? Felt, yes, I got it. And then the next day, it's gone?
All the time. It's actually frustrating. Like, I know I studied it, but when I need it, my mind just goes blank.
Exactly. And that's the real problem. It's not that you're not learning. It's that your brain is not keeping it.
So what's going wrong? Because people spend so much time learning vocabulary.
Yeah. And most of that time is wasted. Because they're learning words in a way the brain doesn't like.
What do you mean?
Most learners do this. They open a list. Word, meaning, word, meaning. They read it, maybe repeat it once or twice, and then move on.
That sounds very familiar.
And it feels like learning. But actually, it's just temporary memory. Your brain is like, okay, this is not important, I'll delete it tomorrow.
That's harsh, but true.
Here's the key idea. Your brain only remembers what it thinks is useful. If you don't use a word, if it's not connected to your life, if it's just sitting in a list, your brain will drop it.
So it's not about memory being weak?
Not at all. It's about how you learn.
That actually makes me feel better, because it means we can fix it.
And today, we're going to show you simple ways to make words stick. So you don't just learn them. You actually remember and use them.
So let's start from the basics, because this is where most people struggle. We learn new words, we write meanings, but somehow, they just don't stay.
Yeah, and the reason is simple. We learn words alone, without any real context.
So we understand them, but we don't really feel them?
And language is not just meaning, it's usage, situation, feeling. Think about it. If I just say a word like awkward, you might know the meaning, but it doesn't really stick. But if I say, it was an awkward silence after his question.
Yeah. That instantly creates a scene.
Now your brain connects the word to a moment, not just a definition. And this is how you should learn new words. Not like this. Awkward equals uncomfortable. But like this. That was an awkward conversation. I felt awkward meeting new people.
So instead of memorizing meaning, we're creating small, real-life situations.
Perfect. And that's why it stays longer. Let's try it. I'll give you a word. Relaxed. Don't explain it. Just use it naturally.
I feel relaxed when I listen to music.
Perfect. That's real, simple, and clear. Make it personal. And here's where most learners miss something. If the sentence is about your life, you remember it much faster.
So not random examples, but personal ones?
Exactly. Because your brain cares more about your experiences. So from now on, whenever you learn a new word, don't stop at meaning make 1 to 2 real sentences. Connect it to your life. You don't remember words. You remember situations.
That actually changes how I think about learning. But even with this, sometimes words still feel separate.
And that leads to the next step. Connecting words together.
So learning in context already feels more natural, but I still feel like sometimes I know words and still can't speak smoothly.
Yeah, that's the next problem. You know words, but they're not connected in your mind.
Like I have pieces, but not a full picture?
And that's where this method helps. Start learning words in groups, not in isolation. Because in real life, we don't use one word at a time. We speak in situations where words naturally come together. Way 1. Situation-based groups. Let's take a simple situation. Ordering food. Instead of learning random words, you learn a small group. Menu, order, waiter, bill, tip.
Oh, I can already imagine the whole scene.
Now watch this. We looked at the menu, called the waiter, and ordered our food.
That sounds like real English, not practice.
That's the goal. You're training your brain to think in complete situations, not single words.
Okay, that helps with situations. But what about understanding different forms of the same word?
Good question. And that's the second way. Way 2. Word family groups. Instead of learning one word, learn its family, the forms you'll actually use. For example, decide, decision, indecisive.
Oh, I've seen these, but never connected them.
Now watch how useful this becomes. I need to decide. That was a difficult decision. He's very indecisive.
That's actually powerful. It feels like one word becomes many.
And these are words you'll actually use in speaking. And just to keep it simple, this is different from learning roots.
How?
Roots help you guess meanings, but this method helps you build sentences. When you learn in groups, your brain builds connections. So instead of stopping and searching for words, they come together naturally.
That explains why learning single words never worked.
Words don't live alone, and neither should your learning.
I'm starting to see the pattern now. Context helps. Grouping helps. But I still feel like sometimes the words just don't come out when I need them.
Yeah, and that's completely normal. Because up to this point, you've understood the words, but you haven't fully used them yet.
So they're still kind of passive?
Exactly. And this is where everything changes. When you start using words in your daily life.
But what does that actually look like? Because people usually think they need a partner or a full conversation.
That's the biggest misunderstanding. You don't need perfect situations. You just need small, real moments. Let's say today you learned a word like busy. Most learners will understand it. Maybe say it once and move on. But instead, just carry it with you through your day. In the morning, you might say, I think today will be busy. Later while working, I'm a bit busy right now. And at night, today was really busy.
Oh, wow. It's the same word, but it feels different every time.
And that's the point. You're not memorizing. You're experiencing the word.
So instead of learning new words every time, we go deeper with the same ones?
Yes, because fluency doesn't come from more words. It comes from using words more often. And the best part is, you don't need extra time for this. Just connect it with what you're already doing. While getting ready, describe your actions. While working, express your thoughts. Even while relaxing, reflect on your day.
So basically, we turn our normal life into practice.
That's where real improvement happens.
And if someone is shy or alone,
Then that's even better to start with. Just talk to yourself. Casually. Not like a lesson. Just thoughts. I'm feeling a bit tired. I need to finish this. Maybe I'll do it later.
that actually sounds very natural.
Because it is. You're not performing. You're just thinking out loud.
And I guess writing can help here too?
A lot. Think of writing as a slower version of speaking. At the end of the day, just write 2 to 3 simple sentences and reuse the same words. For example, today was busy, but I finished my work. I feel a bit tired, but satisfied.
Nice. So we're repeating the same words, but in a new way.
Yes, that repetition with variation is what makes words stick. And here's something small, but powerful. Don't try to use 10 new words in one day. Instead, pick 2 or 3 words. Use them again and again in different situations.
That feels way less overwhelming.
Yeah. And once you start doing this, you'll notice something interesting. You won't have to force words anymore. They'll just come naturally.
That's actually the goal, right?
Exactly. Not to remember words, but to live with them.
Is there a faster way to understand more words? Without learning each one separately?
Yes? And this is a smart shortcut. Learn words through their roots.
Roots? Like the base of a word?
Yes. Many English words come from the same root. So if you understand one part, you can guess the meaning of many words. Take the root. Spect, which means to look. Now look at these words. Inspect, respect, expect.
Oh, they all feel connected somehow.
Exactly. You may not know every meaning perfectly, but you get a general idea. Another one. Port, which means to carry. Transport, import, export.
Wow. That actually makes words easier to understand.
But here's the truth. Don't rely only on roots for speaking,
Why?
because roots help you understand words, but you still need context and usage to remember and use them. So use this as a bonus skill, to learn faster, not to replace real practice.
Got it. It's like a shortcut, but not the full journey.
So let's quickly go over what actually works. Learn words in context, not alone. Learn them in groups, not randomly use them daily. Speaking or writing, and even explore roots to understand more words faster. That's the shift. Don't learn 100 words and forget 90. Learn 10 words and actually use all 10. Simple action step. So here's your challenge for today. Pick 5 new words. Use them in real sentences. Repeat them throughout your day. That's it. No pressure, just consistency. If this helped you, try these methods today. And we'll see you in the next episode.